In the glitz and glamour of entertainment, there are times when the line between work and humanity becomes incredibly thin. That's what happened when shocking news rocked the entire Chinese entertainment industry. Dilraba Dilmurat, one of Asia's most beloved actresses, was reportedly in critical condition and rushed to the hospital in the early hours of the morning. The news spread quickly, sending fans, fellow artists, and social media into a frenzy. But even more surprising was when two prominent figures, Lu Yuning and Zhao Lusi, appeared to arrive at the hospital together to visit the actress. The moment took place without notice, without publicity, without red carpet cameras. Just brisk steps, tense faces, and a heavy silence as the two walked into the hospital building, softly lit by night lights. Many had no idea how close their friendship was. In fact, several hospital staff who happened to see them arrive described the scene as anxious yet very sincere. Critical news shocks the entertainment industry. It all started when a production staff member working with Dilraba shared that the actress was experiencing severe fatigue after a long filming schedule and lack of rest. Dilraba is known as a professional and takes her work very seriously. She rarely complains, even when her schedule is packed with almost no breaks. However, this time, her condition deteriorated drastically, forcing the team to immediately take her to the hospital. The news first appeared on Weibo minutes after the ambulance arrived at the hospital. Hashtags related to Dilraba immediately rose to number 1, followed by additional hashtags such as Pray for Dilraba and Get Well Soon Goddess Reba. In less than an hour, more than 2 million comments poured in from fans unable to hide their concern. Amidst the panic, the public was shocked by the appearance of two other unexpected arrivals that night, Lu Yuning and Xiao Lucy. Xiao Lucy's arrival, anxious face and hurried steps. Xiao Lucy arrived first. An eyewitness saw her get out of a black car without an official escort, accompanied only by two management staff. Her face was bare, her hair tied back casually, and she was wearing a loose hoodie, a clear sign that she had arrived in a hurry and had no preparation whatsoever. CCTV cameras in the hospital lobby even captured her jogging to the reception desk, appearing panicked as she asked for Dilraba's room. Inside sources revealed that Zhao Lusi and Dilraba had indeed developed a good relationship over the past few years. Although they rarely appeared together in public, the two often supported each other privately. Some even said that Zhao Lusi was the one who always made sure Dilraba ate well while working on the same set. Upon learning that her friend was in critical condition, Xiao Lucy reportedly immediately cancelled her practice schedule and went to the hospital without a second thought. Lu Yuning's appearance, silent but seemingly caring. Shortly afterward, a tall figure wearing a black mask was seen entering the main entrance of the hospital. It was Lu Yuning, a singer and actor at the peak of his career. Many knew him as a decisive, hard-working person who rarely showed his emotions openly. But that night, his eyes looked heavy and worried. Hospital staff said he went straight to the ICU where Dilraba was being treated. Although he didn't say much, his expression was enough to show how much he cared. Rumor has it that Yuning and Dilraba had worked together on a project, leading them to respect each other's professional abilities. Their relationship may not have been very public, but it seemed deep enough that he came without hesitation upon hearing the devastating news. Several fans outside the hospital even caught a glimpse of him from a distance and were moved. Many praised Yuning for choosing to come quietly, without bringing a media team, and without exploiting the situation for the camera. He simply came as a concerned friend. Meeting between Yuning and Lucy in the hospital corridor. One moment that caught the attention of hospital staff was when Xiao Lucy and Lu Yuning were seen briefly talking in the third-floor hallway. The atmosphere was tense but also warm. Both were waiting for an update from the doctor regarding Dilraba's condition. Several witnesses reported that Zhao Lucy looked down, holding back tears, and Lu Yuning was seen gently patting her shoulder in support. Their conversation was barely audible, but the expressions on their faces were clear evidence that this incident had truly shaken their hearts. Amidst their busy schedules and the relentless pressures of the industry, they still made time to be there for a friend struggling to the brink of death. Hospital atmosphere, silent, tense, but full of prayer. That night, the hospital felt different. Several fans outside sang softly a song Dilraba had performed in one of her drama promos, expressing their support and prayers. Meanwhile, inside, Xiao Lucy sat hugging her knees and staring at the floor, and Lu Yuning stood leaning against the wall, her hands tucked into her jacket pockets. Every time the ICU door opened, they both straightened up, hoping for good news. However, the doctor couldn't provide any definitive information other than that Dilraba was under intensive care. Wave of support from fans and fellow artists. Social media was filled with messages of hope. Many other celebrities also sent their prayers. Some artists even openly stated that Dilraba was strong and spirited, and they were confident she would overcome this ordeal. Fans from around the world began creating prayer hashtags and uploading photos and moments from Dilraba's career. Some remembered her iconic smile, others posted behind-the-scenes videos of her laughing heartily, and others shared motivational messages she had once shared with her fans. The night's end, hope begins to emerge. Toward the early hours of the morning, a doctor finally emerged and spoke briefly with the management. Zhao Lucy's expression immediately changed, still tense, but slightly relieved. Lu Yuning took a deep breath and lowered her head for a moment. The two finally knew that Dilraba's condition was showing positive signs, though close observation was still necessary. Despite this, both Lucy and Yuning chose to remain in the hospital until morning. They didn't want to leave until they were absolutely certain that their friend was on the road to recovery. Conclusion: a humane moment that reminded everyone. Behind the glitz of the red carpet, the long filming schedule, and the constant spotlight, there's a human side that's often overlooked. This incident served as a reminder that artists are human too. They get tired, they get sick, and they desperately need the support of those who care. Lu Yuning and Xiao Lucy's arrival at the hospital wasn't just viral news, but a symbol of friendship and loyalty in a world often portrayed as cold and competitive. Their presence wasn't for publicity, but rather a genuine show of concern for someone they'd always respected and cared for. Now, all fans and fellow artists can only hope for the best for Dilraba. And regardless of what happens next, this moment will always be remembered as one of the most humane portraits in Asian entertainment.